Welcome to the Low Res Life. My name is Jason, and this is Completionist GIM, the series where I disappoint my parents by depriving them of the grandchildren they so desperately desire, and instead, I devote all my time and energy into doing the impossible. Beating RuneScape. Alright, it is time for the very first time ever in RuneScape history for me to challenge myself, tackle my fears, face my anxiety for the Inferno. This is something that I have been both looking forward to and dreading for a very, very long time. I have always known the Inferno to be the hardest piece of content in RuneScape, and you know what? There's some arguments to be made that these days that's not the case, but I don't care, because this is a monumentous moment. This is a milestone unlike anything else in RuneScape's history. This is the first step into the big boy PVM of Inferno, Coliseum, Blood Torva, these types of activities. But I got a couple things to do in order to prep myself for the Inferno before we challenge Zuck. Alrighty, a brand new episode, a brand new day, bright and early on a nice Saturday morning. We're going to be starting off the grind here at Vardorvis. Now, the reason we're here and the reason that this is considered Inferno prep is because I want this here Blood Quartz. The Blood Quartz will give us an upgrade to the Ancient Scepter, which will be the magic weapon we take into Inferno with us. And it'll give us the ability to overheal just on our Blood Barrage and Blood Burst. So it'll give us a little extra safety, a little extra wiggle room and leeway while we're learning Inferno. And then, who knows, maybe as we get more comfortable with the Inferno, we go over to Duke and we get the Ice Quartz. I believe Duke is the one with the Ice Quartz. Because that would actually enable us to land our freezes on the Nibblers more successfully. But I'm thinking overall we'll be using the Blood Quartz. That's just an idea that maybe we end up doing. So this should be a pretty quick grind. It is only a 1 in 200, I believe. Yeah, 1 in 204. So you never know with RuneScape. You could always go dry. But I'm hoping this time we don't go dry. All right, Sarah Sword coming in very handy here for the Budget Cutter CA. Should be it. Yeah, Budget Cutter. Hell yeah. Fighter Torso, Sarah Sword, D-Boots, all the good stuff. Hey, that was such a clean kill. I just got 2 fucking CAs completed. I got the Speed Trailers and the Speed Chaser. Yo! I was hitting hard. Oh, that feels so good, dude. I did not think I was going to be getting those. I like double max hit on my Burning Claws too. Oh, that was so good, dude. Oh, yo. I think that might have been a perfect kill as well. No, I'm positive that was a perfect kill as well. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Oh, it feels good. I'm getting better, especially considering I just died twice there. I just died twice right before I got that speed kill. That there brings us up to 100 KC here at Vardorvis. We got another pretty much 100 to go until we hit the drop rate. I think it's 206, 204 for the Blood Quartz. Maybe we get lucky. I hope. Yes, we got it, dude. The Blood Quartz. It came in early, dude. It came in early. 105 KC. Lucky number 777 on the collection log. The Blood Quartz. The Inferno prep continues at Hueycoatl. Here we go. We got the Ancient Scepter over here, and we got our Blood Quartz. Add that bad boy. Yes, sir. Combine. Nice. That is our best in slot. Well, not really best in slot, but current best in slot mage weapon for Inferno. Let's go. And now it is time for a little bit of Hueycoatl. When this boss first came out, I was actually super stoked on it because the pet looks amazing. I have a special place in my heart for dragon pets, and this one in particular is a really cool style because it's like a South American type of a dragon. It's like this feathered sort of a Aztec Mayan type of a deal. I love the look of it, especially the pet. I swear to God, this pet has like a higher frame rate than the other pets. There's a lot of CAs to get here, but the main thing we're going to be getting here is the Huasca seed. That is what we are chasing, and not just one. We need a lot of these things. The Huasca seeds will allow us to acquire prayer regeneration potions. And these are the best prayer potions in the game. It's better than a prayer pot. It's better than a super restore. You get so much prayer out of these things. It's an overtime deal. But at the Inferno, if you're doing, even lazy flicking, you can pretty much maintain full prayer the entire time because of the prayer regen potions. This greatly reduces the amount of one-tick flicking that I do. It almost entirely eliminates one-tick flicking. I can pretty much lazy flick the entire Inferno. And this is just going to be great for learning. It's going to be great for enabling me to get through the Inferno. So let's get to doing some Hueycoatl. All right, we got Rod Top, the homie over here, helping me out, doing a little bit of duo Huey. Sunfire Splinters as the first kill. I actually hate that every single drop has that, like, blue beam. I kind of hate it. Like, it's very useful when you're doing mass worlds, but it's not so useful when that's the same color as my, like, mega rare. Yo, Rob, let's go. I mean, Rod, duh. Yo, 2KC Wand is crazy. Let's go, bro. How much is it worth? It's like 40 mil or something right now. And that there's Pillar Lover, new what is it called? New PB 534, not too shabby. A collection log slot, some soiled pages, not too shabby. I'll take those. Thank you very much. Hueycoatl Adept 10KC. I want to thank Rod Tob over here for accompanying me. Look at that! We just got a bunch of CAs there. We got Huey Speed Trialist, and is it a bird? Okay, not too shabby. 2 CAs there. That there's perfect Hueycoatl 5 times in a row. Oh, Hueycoatl Veteran along with the hard clue. We'll go drop this guy down the slide. Oh, god damn it, I'm mad. It's in a mass world. Only 1 Huasca seed. I blame Zach. I blame Junior. I blame the group Ironman for not wanting to play with me. God damn it. I gotta get so many more of those now. And they're not like a common drop. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be here for a long time getting those seeds if I have to get them all one at a time. That right there is the Toma Earth, fellas. We got lucky in the mass world. Let's fucking go, dude. Collection log slots all day. No way, we can so fucking spoon the Huey pet. Oh, one of the best pets in the game. Oh, my heart is soaring right now. On a mass world, dude. On a mass world. Oh, Chicks Tape, thank you. What a cutie pie. Holy shit. Oh my god. No way, dude. No way, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my god. I just got a pet on Thursday. I've gotten 5 pets in the last 2 months, dude. I have gotten 5 pets in the last 2 months. That is insane. Yeah. You were gonna end 30 minutes ago. I know, dude. I was about to end stream. Encore. Encore. We're going long. We're going late. I'm gonna crack another beer, dude. We're playing all fucking night. Listen to the drunken joy in that man's voice. If you want to be part of the good vibes, come on over to twitch.tv/LowResLife. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'd love to have some more chatters. I'd love to have some more people to vibe with, chat with. It is my favorite part about content creation. The YouTube is fun, but streaming is where I really enjoy my time the most because it is inherently built to connect people. You know, it's inherently built for community. So if you want to be part of the low res community, if you want to be a low res lad, come on over and say hi. But just fair warning, I am usually about a month and a half to 2 months ahead of YouTube over on Twitch. So if you want to avoid the spoilers, but you still want to support, drop a like on this video right here. Drop a subscription. I am chasing 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are already over halfway there. And you could be one of the deciding factors of me achieving this year's big goal. Please and thank you. All right, there is 100 kills here at Hueycoatl. I did 90 of them here in the Mass World, and in the Mass World, you know what? I ended up getting 4 hard clues and the Hubert pet. Let's go toss this bad boy in the POH. I don't know. There he is. He's in with the food. We also ended up getting a Tome of Earth. Actually, kind of crazy that I got the Tome of Earth and Huey. Like, I actually got crazy lucky in the Mass Worlds. The Mass Worlds, I was not getting the MVP. I should not have gotten both of those drops, and yet I did. God is on my side today. Thank you, Mod Ash. Time to put Huey away in his forever home. There he is, the cute little guy. Goodbye, Huey. I'll come and visit you every now and then. Really, honestly, hundreds of times a day I'll be here to visit you. Oh, look at that, Callisto. I got him literally 2 days ago. I've gotten 2 pets in the past 2.5, 3 days. That's insane. It is the morning of the next day. I'm eating my breakfast, finishing up my farm run. We are, excuse me, I had to burp. We are harvesting our first ever Huasca seed. We ended up getting 9 grimy Huasca out of it. Not too shabby. Definitely looking for a hell of a lot more, but we got a little thing that we're going to do before we go back to Huey. Well, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a detour. Going to do a little side grind, maybe an hour or 2 of Black Demons. As you can see down here, my buddy Zach, 6 God, he has a Black Demon task. I'm not exactly going to be going to help him, but Pookly, our good buddy Pookly, Tita, he is the only member of the 5 members that doesn't have his Zenites completed. In fact, he is the driest out of all of us, and he has 0 Zenites in, I think it's like 1,500, almost 1,600 KC. I don't remember exactly, but we're going to go send an hour or 2 of Black Demon, see if we can get him a Zenite. Fuck! Fuck, no, fuck me, fuck! Ballista limbs, dude. Oh, it's not what we want. All right, I'm currently waiting on a couple group members to go Hueycoatl with me. But while I wait, I figured I might as well go try to get a better double-hitting weapon. Right now, I've been using the Torag hammers. Might as well go for the Glacial Tomatli. This is a quick and easy boss to kill, so hopefully we can get it before we run back off to Huey. But I also have 2 combat achievement diaries that I can do here, so let's try to get those done as well. Alright, here's the first CA coming in. Rather than, you know, prayer flicking and being good at the game, why not just cheese it? Get a kill without using any prayer. And you know what, I might as well stick around. We just got a purpot, so we can hang out for a couple kills. Oh, dude, it happened so fast! The Glacial Tomatli! That's the whole reason we came here, dude. I wanted to get the Glacial Tomatli for Huey. That way we have a slightly better double hitting weapon than the Torag hammers. That's actually awesome, dude. Oh, there's a CA for getting a kill with it. We'll do that next. There is Tomatli Triumph. We killed the boss with its own weapon. Beautiful. The first Huasca seed drop as a duo. Got 10 of the bad boys. That's going to be a lot of prayer regen potions. Very, very good. Very good. The first kill in, Darian scoops up some fucking Huey hides. Look at that. That's funny right there. Yes! Oh, the Huey hide. 2 of them. Yo! Huey hide, baby. Let's go. Collection log slots completed. Nice, dude. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Alright, put those away. That in the loot tab. We need a few more of those in order to build out the full set. But that's the first one of them. First 2 of them, I should say. Pretty good. Yo! Darian! He got the Hubert pet! Dude, I've seen 2 Huberts in 2 days! Yo! go. That's fucking sick, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Hubert is OP, dude. Oh, we got some more Huasca seeds. Yay! We did it, dude. More Huasca seeds. Zach, could you please trade them to me? Pretty please, fella. Yay! Zach's the homie. Zach is the homie. Zach's over here getting the wrong items, dude. The wrong items. It's so much more rare than the Zenite. Just get the Zenite already. Quit stealing the drops that I need. All right, it is time for the very first ever Inferno attempts. I am rather nervous about it, but we got some prep going. We ended up making 91 prayer regen potions. I have more Huasca seeds, but I actually need a lot more shit herbs in order to get more aga paste. I ran out of all my shit herbs, my Terramins, Guams, and all that stuff. So that's actually the limiting factor, which is kind of funny, towards getting more Aldarium. Regardless, we also made some Bastion potions, some Divine Bastion. They're the first Bastion potions I've ever made on the account. So we got a couple extra little niceties. We got ourselves our Ancient Blood Scepter. It'll allow us to overheal. So we're just going to get stuck right on in, man. It's happening. This is something that I've been putting off on the account for years, quite literally. I should have been doing this a long time ago, probably, but we're doing it now, and we're doing it live. All right, and here it goes. The first ever attempts. I do not have dragon darts in my blowpipe as of right now. I'm going to be learning just with my addy darts, but once I get a little bit more comfortable and I feel like we're actually doing it, we're going to be using the dragon darts then. I'm going to be walking us through all of the mobs and mechanics in the Inferno as we encounter them and learn them. And the first monsters that we fight are the Nibblers. They spawn at the beginning of every wave, and it is very important for us to freeze them, because if we don't, they wander on over to our pillars and nibble them. The pillars are what enable us to actually do the Inferno. It's what gives us safe spots and gives us the ability to off-tick all of the various monsters and prayer flick them. So, especially early on in the Inferno, it is very important to sacrifice a little bit of your HP in order to freeze the Nibblers, because later on we might not be able to actually safely run out there and attack them. So we want to keep the pillars as high HP as possible for as long as possible, up until those later waves where we can kind of let the Nibblers go and destroy the pillars a little bit. The next monsters that we see are the bats. They lower your stats and your run energy. You can avoid the stat lowering effect by praying range against them, but they will still lower your run energy. So it is important to target these guys first and early, because they are often hard to get in these off-tick cycles like the other monsters. The next monster that we face in the Inferno are the blobs. Now, these guys are probably going to be the ones that actually end up killing you throughout your waves and throughout your learning attempts. Not because they hit super hard, but because of the way that they attack. They're a very unique monster. They attack in a different way than really anything else. Every 3 ticks, they will detect what prayer you have overhead, and then they will 3 ticks later attack the opposite. So they're on a 6-tick attack cycle, and most of the other mobs are on a 4-tick attack cycle. Generally, the way that you deal with these guys is that you do what's called alternate prayer flicking. That is, every tick you swap your prayer between range and mage, and it looks a little bit like this. Now, this can be quite difficult to learn, and I certainly was not good at it when I first got into the Inferno, but you really have to, because of the way that the monsters stack. If you have multiple mobs, including a blob, this just works. I'm not going to go into the entirety tick cycles and how it all works, but just know that this just works. And you can start this alternate cycle at really any time. As long as you are praying the correct prayer, let's say when a ranger attacks you, as soon as the ranger attacks, you start alternating. You will then be correctly praying against any blob that's attacking you. As you can see me fighting these little guys right now, I call these the blobbies. When you kill a blob, he spawns 3 blobbies. Each of the blobbies are color coordinated to the attack style that they use, and this can be incredibly difficult to deal with because you can't really off-tick these guys very well, especially if you have a bunch of other monsters attacking you. These guys will just chisel you down. They can hit you into the upper teens, so they can do a lot of damage very quickly. It is highly recommended to not kill a blob until the very end. Not only because the blobbies spawn and they will start attacking you and chiseling you down while you pray against the other monsters, but also because these blobbies are going to be your primary monster that you will be healing off of. And this will also incorporate another mechanic that you can learn in the Inferno called ghost healing, which I'll show you right now. Essentially, as long as you are 8 tiles or more away from any mob, when you cast Blood Barrage, you can actually get an extra Blood Barrage attack in before the previous damage calculation comes in and kills the monster. So you can essentially heal off of a corpse, which is very useful throughout the Inferno, and I do this all the time. Now, this right here is my first, close call during my first attempt. It's the first double blob wave, and throughout the Inferno, double blob waves will always give you the most difficulty. I am still getting used to alternate flicking at this point, and I am still very much not good at it. And as you can see, once the blobbies spawn, I almost died to the blobbies. Like I mentioned earlier, these guys can hit pretty hard up into the upper teens. So if you're dealing with blobbies on top of any other monster, they could really fuck you up. The next monster that we fight in the Inferno are the Meleeers, or the Snaky Boys. Now, these guys can be incredibly difficult to deal with in the later waves because most monsters can actively be safe spotted behind the pillars. The Meleeers cannot. If they do not attack you for 30 seconds, they will burrow and dig underground, and then they will pop up directly underneath the player. This also introduces the next mechanic that you have to learn for the Inferno, and a very important one. This is one of the ones that I struggled with the most. This is called corner trapping. Essentially, the way this works is that monsters in RuneScape prioritize east to west movement first. So if they cannot move east to west in order to attack you, they will continue to try until they can. Now, this does not work on every single part of the pillar. So what I would recommend is if you are learning the Inferno and the Meleeer spawns, spend some time playing around with him, drag him around, see which corners, which areas you can corner trap him on. You can also use other mobs as a pillar, quote unquote, and you can corner trap them by getting him stuck behind another monster. It all has to do with the monster's true tile, which is that extra little highlighted square you can see underneath the Meleeer. I'm not going to be able to explain it very well. You can check out a No Monkey video in order to get a better explanation of it. Just play around with it. Generally speaking, on the north side of the pillar, you can corner trap him on both the east and the west side of the pillar. So that's kind of the safe spot to be, but you can do it on other areas. Just play around with it and figure it out. I quite literally, in my first attempt, spent 5 minutes on this first Meleeer, just dragging him around and playing with him, and I still didn't have a good grasp on what was going on, so spend some time and do your best to learn this, because it is super necessary in the later waves. The next guy in the Inferno that we fight is the Ranger. This guy is the most straightforward. I don't even have any cutesy nickname for him. He attacks every 4 ticks, pray range against him, he's easy to lazy flick. If he is within melee range, he can melee attack you, but his melee attack is relatively low. That also goes with the blobs. I didn't mention that earlier, but the blobs can melee you if you are within melee range, so don't stand close to them. If you do have to stand close to any of the monsters, this would be the one to stand close to stand within melee range of. It's very inaccurate and it hits relatively low. I think it's like low 20s or something. I could be wrong there, but he's an easy guy to dirty heal off of. So if you're low HP and if you're fighting a ranger, you can save him for last, swap to your mage gear, and just blood barrage him to death. You can also ghost heal off of him, stand 8 tiles away. You can get an extra little heal off of the corpse. As a reminder, all the footage you're seeing right now is my very first ever attempt at the Inferno, so all of the mechanics I am executing very poorly. including this one right here. This is the first example of a blob and any other monster in a stack. I'm actually standing in the wrong spot. It's okay in this scenario because it is a blob and you can start the alternate prayer cycle at any point and it will just work. But ideally, I wouldn't be standing in the middle of the pillar, because when you stand in the middle of the pillar and then you walk out, it actually off-ticks the two monsters. So the monster in the back will see me first. In this case, it'd be the ranger, and then the blob would see me. It's okay here, but this is actually what you would want to do if you have a major and a ranger in a stack, because then that would off-tick those two. Doesn't really matter much here, but ideally I would want to be standing on the corner. That way when I get pulled around the pillar, they both see me at the same time. I also killed the blob first here, which is bad. Ideally, you would kill the blobs last. That way you have the little blobbies to overheal off of. But in this case, it's not all too punishing, but just thought I'd mention it. Now this right here is a prime example as to why corner trapping is super important mechanic to learn, because right here I'm fighting the ranger and I just make it hard on myself because I don't corner trap the melee. And it's fine in this scenario because it's still a simple wave. There's only a couple of monsters on the screen, but in later waves, this right here would just kill me. Now right here, I'm going to have a blob and a melee on me at the same time. Now, there's easier ways that I could have solved this wave, but to do it this way, ideally what I should have done is actually prayer flick against the blob while I kill the melee. The melee can hit really hard, but it's rather inaccurate. I think it's like a 40% chance, maybe a 35% chance that the meleeer is actually going to hit you. So with the blowpipe, especially if you have spec, which I don't here, you can just kind of spec out the melee while you actively alternate prayer flick against the blob, and you're going to have a lot easier of a time. This is something that I do a lot later on in my Inferno attempts, is that instead of overcomplicating things and panicking and freezing and trying to find a solve in the middle of a complicated wave, is just kill the melee. If the melee's on you, just kill the melee. Pray against whatever you can, but just kill the melee. It's rather simple. It's rather easy. Sometimes you can get punished for it, but trust me, just kill the melee. The next monster we see in the Inferno is really the last new monster of the waves, and this is the mage. Now, this guy is your top priority. At any point in time, you should try to kill the mage first, because the mage can respawn monsters. They can only respawn any given monster once, but this can make things incredibly difficult in the later waves. You can end up killing a meleeer just because it's the simplest solve, and oftentimes the simplest solve is the correct solve. But what will happen is you kill the melee, and then you're trying to kill the mage, and then suddenly he respawns the melee. Now you got to kill the melee again. Or, even worse, he respawns a ranger, and now suddenly you have a ranger in the stack, whereas you had an easy solve before, and it could just really, really complicate things. So, when you can, focus the mage first. You can't always, but always try to focus the mage first. Just like the ranger, if you're standing in melee range, he will hit you melee, and he hits like a fucking truck. He hits really hard, so always be praying against the major. To lazy flick, this guy has the little glow right underneath him, and as he attacks, the glow will flicker. So at the flicker, that is when your prayer and his attack is registered. So if you're trying to alternate with the mage and a blob, as soon as you see the flicker, that's when you start alternating. Or if you're trying to lazy flick, as soon as you see the flicker, that's when you can turn your prayer off. Turn it back on right before the flicker. You see the flicker, then you can turn it off. Now, here's an example of something that I mentioned earlier, which was corner trapping off of a monster. Now, monsters can act as a quote-unquote pillar. It's an obstacle that monsters can't exactly walk through. So you can actually use the mage here as a pillar to corner trap the melee. Expertly done. Not really, but I at least pulled it off in my very first ever attempt, which is good to me. It's pretty cool. And this here is the final wave that I got to on my very first ever attempt, which I was super proud of, by the way. And I still think this is a pretty damn good first attempt. I got to wave 48. And realistically, I just messed up my prayer flicking here. First off, I was trying to lazy flick the blob, which, especially if you aren't good on the timing yet, just alternate flick. It is easier. And then I got a little ahead of myself while I was trying to alternate flick the mage and the blob on that side of the pillar, so things got a little hairy. And then as soon as the meleeer dug, I panicked. What I should have done was, as soon as the melee digs, you run around the pillar, you corner trap the melee, you kill the melee, and then you go back around the pillar, and then you deal with the mage while you alternate flick. But that's a lot to think of all in the moment on your very first ever attempt, and regardless, I'm pretty proud of where I got to on my first attempt. Now that we've talked about all the monsters, the various different mechanics that I'll be executing throughout the Inferno, it's time to go back to a little bit more live commentary and see how I was feeling throughout my learning. Attempt number 2. It's not even that I'm trying to answer questions. It's not exactly why I'm dying. I'm just I'm having a real hard time doing the blobs. When the blob spawns over there in that corner, I just don't have a good solve for it, and I'm struggling. Okay, we'll set up alternating here. It's not working. I'm not getting this alternating attack style down. Blinks, snap swap, alternating. It's not right. I need more practice on this particular mechanic. He blinks, we swap, 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 we swap. I'm dead. Fuck me, dude. Wave 48. Is that exactly where I got last wave? Last attempt? It's gonna happen when he digs. It's the play. I can't corner him, right? Can I just step under? Fuck. I don't even know what to do here. Just run back around this side. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. That kills me? Yep. Fuck. Well, wave 58 on attempt number 3. We beat our PB by 10 waves. So, that's some progress. We're still learning the mechanics. We're still really struggling on that alternating prayer cycle. But we definitely got a lot better at it this time. We had to use it a lot. Okay. Now we gotta alternate, so it's gonna be range and then mage. The range will see us first, then the mage will see us. So let us do the damn thing, huh? Now, I was correct here in essence, but I'm starting on the wrong tile. In order to off-tick, I need to be standing in the middle of the pillar and then get pulled around the side. God damn it. Fuck me. I think we, it'll waste 2 full doses of super. We heal up all the way. I don't think we do it. I don't think we heal up all the way. I think we just risk it. We just gotta do it right this time. I gotta get this timing down. I gotta swap prayer as soon as he ducks. As soon as he ducks, then I start flicking. Here we go. He ducks and I flick. Nope, I'm dead. God, fuck me, dude. Man. You just gotta be better, man. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about the practice. That's what we're doing here. We're practicing. Right here, I'm starting on the correct tile, but I'm clicking the first monster in the stack, so I'm getting pulled out east instead of west. I need to either click on the ranger to get pathed out to the west, that way they get off-ticked, or I need to manually path out west to get off-ticked, and then it would work. But I'm finally starting on the right tile here. I feel like I'm doing this wrong all of a sudden. Hold on. I'm wasting so much of my prayer regen here. I don't like this. Oh yeah, I'm doing it right. I'm just wrong. I'm just bad. Okay, here we go. We start from the middle tile. Step here. Can I just click to attack him? It should walk me there, and then I should be able to attack him, right? Or do I have to manually path it? Ah! Okay. Dude, my first day, I had that so good. Day one, I was doing that so well. The difference between day one and day two is that on day one, I had just watched the guides. So all of these solves were fresh in my mind and I was actually doing things correctly. Whereas on day two, I was riding off of memory, which, as we all know, is faulty. Now this is my 6th attempt, which went significantly better than my previous attempts. To be fair, I had some very easy solves, I got very lucky on some spawns, but we got all the way to Jad here. So here's the next monster that we fight in the Inferno. If you've done fight caves before, you're familiar with Jad. Jad will attack you with all 3 styles. He can only attack you with melee if you are within melee range. When he quickly stomps the ground, you have to pray range. If he rears up on his hind legs and he holds that for a second, he will attack mage. You have to react to his attack by praying the correct prayer. At 50% HP, he will summon some healers, at which point you have to tag all of the healers and pull aggro, or you can kill them all as well. And then you just kill Jad. After killing the first Jad, you have to fight 3 Jads all at once, which is very difficult because you only have a couple of ticks in between each attack in order to pray correctly. Now, during leagues, I have completed the 6 Jad challenge, so triple Jads for me is relatively easy, but here we go. Also, if you didn't know, this also works in the fight caves. You can log out, or as it is in the caves, you can queue a log out. You can't log out in the middle of a wave, but what will happen when you click log out is you will pause the waves. That way at the end of the wave, you can log out. Now, this is very helpful, especially for triple Jads, in order to position yourself on the right tile so that the healers spawn in an ideal way. Now, I have a tile tagged for where to stand at the beginning of triple Jads. I got this from Gnome Monkey, so check the link in the description. I've linked all of the videos that helped me learn the Inferno. Triple Jads, boys. Triple Jads. Now, because I'm going into triple Jads with pretty much no supply, I am actually trying to get the most out of all my heals. I am doing some dirty healing by blood barraging the Jads, by blood barraging the healers. I'm using all my blowpipe specs. I'm trying to eke out every single bit of HP I can. That way I go into Zuck with full HP. But consequently, that means I have to deal with triple and double Jads for longer than normal, and I'm using like all of my super restore. All right, fellas, we fucking made it to Zuck. 5th attempt ever in the main game at Inferno. All right, fuck, dude. Triple Jads was a bit sketchy. We didn't take any Jad hits, but we got within one-shot range. We got within chance territory from the healers. And now it is time for us to talk about the very last monster of the Inferno Caves, and that is Zuck himself. Now, Zuck will auto-attack you with these massive magma balls that will pretty much one-shot you. They can hit upwards above 200 HP, so there's literally above a 50% chance that it one-shots you. You cannot tick-eat it, from my understanding, so you have to stay behind the moving shield. The shield will move left to right, back and forth across the map, and there are some safe spots. Throughout the first part of the Zuck fight, he will always attack you in the same 4 positions, so you can always be safe just by running from tile marker to tile marker. After the first back and forth from the shield, it'll either move left or right to start. Once it gets back to its starting position, the first set will spawn. A set is a major and a ranger. Now, they will immediately start attacking your shield. Your shield has HP. Each time Zuck attacks it, it loses a little HP. Each time the Major and the Ranger attack it, it loses a little HP. So you have to attack the Mage and the Ranger and pull aggro off of your shield. The idea is to blowpipe them down as fast as you can, and hopefully you can kill the Ranger before you have to attack the Major. That way you don't have to prayer flick the two, but sometimes you get unlucky and you just gotta have to prayer flick them. Once the Ranger is dead, you can hop back on Zuck while praying Mage to protect against the Major. Once Zuck gets down to 600 HP, that's when you kill the Mage. I can go on and on about sets and timers and things like that, but I don't fully understand it, so if you really want to know more about sets and timers, you can go check out a guide. This is not a guide. I'm just telling you a brief overview. Once Zuck gets down to 600 HP, then you kill the Major. Once the Mage is dead, you get back on Zuck. You bring Zuck down to about 480 HP, and then Jad will spawn. So now you have to continue running left and right, staying behind the shield, and you have to kill the Jad. Now you have to pray flick and react against Jad's prayers. You gotta barrage the healers when they show up. Once you kill Jad, then you get back on Zuck. Once Zuck gets down to 250 HP, Zuck will spawn his own set of healers. Now, the way that the healers work is that once healers spawn, the Zuck safe spots no longer work. So you have to just permanently stay behind the shield. You can't rely on those safe spots anymore. You want to spawn the healers, so you want to lower Zuck to 250 HP when the shield is on one of the edges. That way, you can pull out your blowpipe and you can tag and pull aggro from each one of the healers as you follow the shield and move on down the line. In this way, by doing it this way, you reduce the amount of healing that Zuck will take. Once the healers are on you, they will start sending out these little volcano droplets, essentially. Little bits of magma will start flying around the field, and it'll just do a bunch of chisel damage to you. So generally, you pray what's it called? Redemption? You pray the heart prayer. That way, in case you get below 10 HP, it will just automatically heal you a little bit. You'll lose all your prayer doing so, but you want to kill all the healers, and then you jump back on Zuck, and you pray that another set doesn't spawn. Anyway, now that we've briefly explained a little bit about the Zuck fight, let's see how I did on my first attempt. Okay. Nervous, but here we go. First attempt ever at Zuck on the main game. Here we go. To the middle, take a bastion. Here we go. I gotta actually pre-flip these. Shit. Right? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, I mean, we got to Zuck. We instantly died to the first set. That was so bad, dude. As you can see, my brain just turned off. I was so nervous. My 5th ever attempt at the Inferno. I got to Zuck. I had no supplies. I had literally 1 dose of Super Restore. And as you can see, when the set spawned, I prayed Mage as I attacked the Ranger. I started off bad from the get-go. I didn't have my blowpipe out. I wasn't ready for the set, even though I knew it was going to spawn. I prayed the wrong thing, and I did everything bad. I did everything wrong. Anyway, I got to Zuck. That was a big accomplishment, and it actually made me feel like I could do this, you know? After my very first attempt getting to wave 48, I felt confident that after a lot of practice, I could get it down. But after getting to Zuck on wave 5, I became a little cocky. I thought I was going to get this done within the next couple days. I thought this was going to be less than a week. Boy, was I wrong. Now, at this time, Jagex was talking about removing the 1-hour timer from dropped clues and replacing with stackable clues. They have since changed this decision. They are introducing stackable clues, but they are keeping the 1-hour timer regardless. When I was not doing Inferno, when I was off stream, I was pickpocketing a bunch of wealthy citizens, stockpiling some easy clues, and we got ourselves a nice little level. During the next day of attempts, I ended up dying 4 or 5 times, and then we got here to this stack, which is pretty much an instant death for any newbie learning Inferno. At this point, I do know how to solve it, but let me tell you, at the time, I did not, and there was no way I was going to figure it out. Here, flick, 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 flick. That was so bad. Through. I clicked too early, I think. Okay, I got pretty much one more chance at this. I'm gonna try using the blowpipe. Here. Here. Click. 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 Nope. Yep. Damn, dude. All the way to 65. We had so many supplies too. If I could have gotten past that stack there, I would have made it to Jad's. And I have so many supplies for triple, like, and I have no issues with Jad and triple Jad. I would have had a good amount of supplies for Zuck. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I was that close. We just got 95 Hunter. I'm about to start day 4 of my Inferno grind. Temp number 13 coming up soon. Alrighty, we got big news here. Mr. Pookley finally, after how many KC was it? 1,300, got his very first ever Zenite. 3.5 years into the group Ironman, Tita is finally getting his Amulet of Torture. And on day 4, we ended up sending our second ever attempt at Zuck. Wait, which one is it? Which tile is it? Is it my right or my left? I'm just gonna Bastion now. I do not need to be praying mage right now, but I am gonna want to pray mage right now. Tag the mage. He's dead. Okay. Get him down to 800, right? And then we kill the mage. What do my notes say? My notes say 600 HP and then kill mage. Okay. I probably should have waited for after set to use my my pot, just because I knew I was gonna have to brew since I was gonna tank the ranger. Okay, he's almost at 800 HP. Pay attention. No, it's 600. To get him to 600 HP. Should I stop camping Rigger? I only have one more super restore. Are we okay? Okay, now we kill the mage. I reach him here? I don't think I can. Nope, we couldn't. It was a good thing that I waited. Yeah, I think I have to stop praying rigor. Maybe flick it when I have the chance. A little bit of downtime. Should be using my blowpipe when I'm in the center tiles. Okay, it's fine. Mage is dead. Now we bring it down to 400 HP. At 400, wait, 400 or 480? 480 HP and then Jad spawns. Yeah, I really feel like I have to conserve my prayer here. Okay, when Jad spawns, we turn the camera. Jad's about to spawn. You can hit Jad from everywhere. I should be using blowpipe here? No, I should not. Fuck, I tanked that. No. That tile dragged me. No, dude. Later that day, we got to Zuck for our third attempt. As soon as the... Here we go. Focus up. Unfortunate, we go left first. That means we're gonna have to tag the mage first. Here we go, fellas, here we go. Tag the mage first. Kill the ranger. Swap to blowpipe. It is dead. We heal up here. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Lower this guy down to 600 HP, then we kill the mage. Good luck, gamer. Thank you, sir. Let me get a little heal here off of the mage. And do the same thing. A little blowpipe heal off the mage. That way we also have plenty of time for the light bearer to regen our specs here. Okay, it's almost to 600 HP. Once we're at 600, we kill the mage. Nice attack. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wait a tick here. Want him to attack. There we go. We barely got any heal off of that bullet pipe. Okay, we can't hit him from here or we'll get dragged, so we just attack Zuck a little bit. Just don't get him to 480. Last attack, it should be dead. One more. Okay, now he's dead. We got a Bastion taken for the next 4 minutes. Here comes Jad. Remember to breathe, Jason. Remember to breathe. Here we go. Wait for Zuck to attack. Now we cast Barrage. There we go. Mage. Make sure our prayer is up. Another mage. Okay, Jad is dead. Here we go. 250 HP and the Rangers will spawn. I want to heal up right before the Rangers spawn, and I want to take another Bastion potion right before the Rangers spawn. Don't need that prayer on anymore. 250 HP, we got this, fellas. Still have 4 full doses of brew. We still have a lot of super restore. We just gotta make sure when healers spawn, we stay with the shield. We do not rely on our safe spots. Safe spots no longer work. Do one more attack. I'm gonna start healing now. Oh shit. Okay, second set is up. Gotta nuke him. Attack the mage. We just tank the ranger for now. Not ideal position to be in, to be tanking the ranger here. No. Shit, we have no HP for healers. Okay. We have to kill the mage here. We have to kill the mage here. And attempt redemption flicks, exactly, yeah. So yeah, if we leave the mage up, we can't redemption heal. I'm gonna leave the mage up just long enough to get a blowpipe spec off on him. As long as we don't hit 40s here, we're fine. It's at 275, we're okay. Got nothing on the blowpipe spec set. Okay, he's dead. Here come healers. Hit. Blowpipe him. What? Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass, dude. Healer spawned and I ran to the safe spot. Healer spawned and I ran to the safe spot. You gotta stay with shield, bro. How many times did I tell myself? Fuck! Despite all the deaths at Zuck, this is probably the most unfortunate and tragic death that I had throughout my entire learning experience. Crystal. Oh, what the fuck? No! Are you kidding me? Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. That was so bad. That sucks so hard. I accidentally fucking... Oh my god. Just kill the melee. I accidentally hopped worlds and reset everything there. Run here. Or wait. Does my pillar have more HP now? Wait, do pillars regain HP if you hop worlds? No, they don't. I'm dead. No way, dude. What a way to fucking go. No way, dude. How did... I can't believe that just happened. After that, we tilted off the face of the fucking planet. I had my worst death ever. Pretty much right after that at wave like 11 or something. Regardless, we ended up taking a break, and then the next day, we got back to Zuck. Come on, give me right shield. Give me right shield to start, please. Thank you, yes. It's a significantly easier solve because we could just blowpipe the ranger before we even have to... We won't have to tank the ranger, ideally. And if we do have to tank the ranger, what do? We swap to our shield. We use the shield if we have to take the ranger. Get off me, you fucking healers. God damn, dude. Look at that. 6 HP. Those healers absolutely fucked me, bro. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure it's not even possible, right? Can't even blowpipe heal from there. I don't even think it's possible for us to redemption. I'd have to get really lucky. Double BP spec on the ranger when he's out. Yep. The set should be spawning relatively soon, right? At this point, the run was already lost, and I ended up making a really questionable decision where I decided to wait for the second set because I thought the second set was going to spawn during healers, but I'm clueless, clearly. I guess I should main. There it is. Fuck, I'm dead. I wasn't on Thailand, right? I was on Talo. No, I have to tag the mage, don't I? Yeah. I'm about to lose it. Yep. I got no heals off of the ranger there. I got like, what, 4 HP? Luckily on this day, we got our first back-to-back Zuck attempt for attempt number 5. Get ready. No, I don't have any blowpipe specs. That sucks. It's okay. Beautiful. We didn't have to chug any brew there. We killed the ranger before we even had to tackle the mage. It's ideally what you want to see. Okay, Chad is dead. We lower it to 250. Take another look at the notes. 250. We want to send healers. Wait. We want to wait for second set. We have enough supplies that we definitely want to wait for second set before we send it. But when we do send healers, we want to send healers from a corner. Just don't lower them below 250. Let second set spawn. One more hit. Okay, now we off Zuck. We are just going to preemptively heal up here. Drink a range pot. Second set will spawn soon. Again, very, very questionable decision. Oh, what am I doing? Shit, we're fine. Just get where we need to be. Burst him down, heal up. No! The ranger killed me. Did the ranger kill me or did I take a Zuck hit? No, dude, I was eating up and everything. Fuck me, dude. Oh, look at how many supplies I had. I shouldn't have sent a second set. What was I thinking? After this, I definitely need a little bit of a break. So I went CG and... Hey, look at that, dude. An armor seed. Trade me, Zach. You son of a bitch. I swear, he came just to see me get that for him. This kid is so dry. He's like 150 kills without an armor seed. All right, we do have a completed item log for TOA. So realistically, I want a white. I'm here for the Inferno prep. I'm here for the dragon darts. That's what we want. But we have a 6% chance at a purple. It's a purple. We're going back to back, fellas. Let's see the fucking purple, dude. If I get another shadow, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Take a look at this log real quick. Raids, Tombs of a Masket. I have 107 experts and 80 normals. I have an entire completed log outside of course, pet, capes, and 2 transmogs. What do we see in this purple? No more milking. What do we see, dude? Can't believe I got a purple. I want the dragon darts, dude. Oh, light bearer. Okay. Okay, we get the light bearer. I'll take it. Oh, shit. Look at that. We were just coming here on an off day to get a little fun going. I was looking for the possibility of helping out the buddy Tita with another Zenite. He just got his first maybe like a week ago, even though it's like 3.5 years into the group Ironman. he's super dry, so glad I could get him another there. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, congrats to Darian. Number 2 for the Desert Treasure 2 finale there. So something that has recently happened within the group Ironman is our 5th man, Frank, primarily does not play RuneScape, and he hasn't for quite a while. He's more of a MapleStory guy, League of Legends, TFT type of a guy, Counter-Strike, you know. He's still a good friend of mine. I very much appreciate him for all of his years here on the group Ironman, but he has recently transferred over his account to my good friend Darian, and Darian has taken up the mantle. He just finished Desert Treasure 2, and yeah, hopefully many more clips to see from the Darien progress. Fuck no! I got a ballista spring. I don't need that at all. And after about 2 days of resting, letting all that information, all that experience and knowledge sink in, we sent our 29th attempt at the Inferno and our 6th attempt at Zuck. Here comes his healers. One more attack. Come on, stop hitting zeros. Okay. Healer spawn at 240, 250. We're just gonna send it. We're gonna hope that we don't hit the healers at the same time as everything else. Come on. Die please, die please, die please. Fucking healers, dude. Take your time, heal up here. I don't know if I can reach him with the blowpipe here, so I'm just being safe. Okay, I'm just gonna heal up because I have no idea when this next set is spawning. Full overheal. Kill the ranger, please. You got it, boys. Don't be complacent, stay with shield. Just a few more hits. We fucking did it, dude! Yes! damn it, dude. Nibblers be gone. Didn't get hit by any Jads. Didn't get hit by any fucking Zucks. We even got the goddamn pillars up the entire time. Oh, yes, dude. Look at that, dude. Oh, my God. Fuck yes, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, we got the Inferno Cape, boys. 2 weeks on the dot from when I started. We sent 8 full days of attempts. 29 full attempts is what it took us. Oh, we got it done in less than 30, dude. Fuck. Oh my God. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so fucking happy. Ah! Oh, dude, that was such a journey. Oh my God. I am so happy with myself. First attempt of the day. Just kept it cool, kept it calm, kept it fucking collected. No luck required. Nibblers be gone. Budget set up. We got the fucking Inferno Cape, dude. Oh. My final thoughts on the Inferno is that this is the best experience that you could possibly have in RuneScape. Not only is the content itself incredibly fun, rewarding, it's also incredibly difficult and frustrating, and that's what makes it so rewarding. You know, the process of learning something new is never easy. You know, you really have to put your ego aside, and you have to start over from a beginner. You have to be willing to look foolish and silly and just be bad. And the Inferno really embodies all of that. You know, I grew up taking martial arts, and I wasn't good at martial arts when I first started, but sticking with it turned martial arts from an interest into a passion. And the Inferno is kind of like that. You know, it's one of those things that starts off as this distant dream. You know, you see all of these streamers, the content creators that you look up to, who are running around with their Inferno capes, with their Grandmaster helmets, and it seems like something that's so far off, so untouchable, but it really is within reach. You know, it's just something that you have to dedicate the time to. You have to dedicate the willpower and the mental power. You know, you have to actually like analyze your deaths. You have to take a look at what you did wrong and figure it out. And you have to be better each and every time. You have to do all the prep going into it, the watching the videos, the practicing your prayer flicking, the understanding of ticks, of corner trapping, of ghost healing, of all of these different things. And it's just, it truly is a beautiful journey. You know, I'm not exactly being the most coherent right now in my explanation of it all, but it's a very emotional experience, which is strange because, you know, it's a video game. It's this, you know, silly little thing that most people from the outside looking in wouldn't take too seriously, but this was a very emotional experience, man. Like, the Inferno, like, it didn't actually, but it practically brought me to tears, you know, not only through the frustration of my failures, but also through the eventual success. It was the best experience I've ever had in RuneScape, and as sad as it is, I don't think I'm ever going to have that experience again. You know, like, there are other pieces of content in the game that are on the level or even more difficult than the Inferno, but the Inferno just, it holds such a place of reverence, not only for myself, but for the community as a whole. And it's kind of like when I achieved my black belt in martial arts. It's the ascending of a mountain just to realize once you get to the top that there are other mountains on the other side. You know, it's something that my martial arts teacher told me was that a lot of people view getting your black belt as the goal. It is the end of the journey, but it really is just the beginning, man. It's throughout chasing the Inferno Cape, you learn so much about the game and you grow so much as a player that I feel like this really is just the beginning. So thank you all to all the people that have made it this far in the video. If you've watched an hour and a half of me smash my head against a wall and listen to me whine and complain, thank you. Please drop a like, drop a subscription, but realistically, just you being here means more than any amount of clicks you could possibly do. So thank you. More to come. Come check me out over on Twitch. Thank you especially to the people that have been hanging out on Twitch, keeping me company throughout this journey. Because without you guys, without all of the encouragement and support, I don't know if I would have made it through to the end of this. Next video, we start next. So hope to see you there. Love you all.